Hello everyone, welcome to Nordnet. My name is Roger. Today we are joined by Mr. Constantin Baack, the CEO of MPC Container Ships. Welcome, Constantin.
Thanks for having me, Roger.
Before we move on, a short disclaimer. Please note that this session is intended solely for informational purposes. It should not be considered investment advice or aim is to provide deeper insights into MPC Container Ships as a company, and of course it's under industry. So this time is a Q&A. You have yesterday you released your Q3 numbers, so I will start off with a question. You reported a strong quarter yesterday, continued to distribute dividends. Do you have any comments on the quarter?
Yes, I mean we were quite happy with the performance. We had a very strong result, good revenues, pretty much in line with the previous quarters. We have declared on the back of that again our quarterly dividend of $0.14, so another 62 million in dividends, which is very good, which is a continuation of our commitment to returning capital to investors at the moment. So I think what is crucial when you look at the last quarter is that we have also done a bit of fleet renewal. I'm sure we'll touch on that later on as well. But for us, it's actually testament to benefiting from the charter markets and the charters that we have locked in the past. And we are actually excited to have paid out now the last 2 years more than $730 million in dividend, or 16.5 NOK. So it's a continuation of delivering on our promise to return capital to investors and basically be financially sound, and operationally we had also a very good quarter.
Yeah, when in the shipping business, for every segment, timing is everything. So we have to talk a little bit about the market challenges for container shipping. So considering the environment with declining charter rates, what strategies have enabled you to maintain a robust market position and of course good financial performance as well?
Well, I guess that's twofold. Firstly, we have been able to lock in good charters in a good market, so we have been very disciplined in our chartering strategy. I think that has been key to kind of also be in today's market, which is getting a bit softer at the moment, so declining charter rates. But we have locked in charters for longer periods, so we have a good visibility on next year. We have 2/3 of all the days we have available to the charter market covered, which is good, and we operate on an industry low leverage. That is another important ingredient when you now move into more, let's say, choppy waters in the container market. So it's a mix of the right chartering strategy, having locked in good cash flows, and operating on a low leverage. We currently have a leverage of 17%, so 1.7, which is very low in container terms, or actually in industry terms, in an asset-heavy business like shipping. So that is something that we will continue to do, and I think those are two very important ingredients.
Yeah, so the balancing part between dividends and growth. So if you think a little bit about the strategy going forward, so how are you balancing the generous dividend policy as you have, and other uses of capital such as growth and for example repaying debt?
Yeah, that's always a critical question if you have an asset-heavy business, right? What to do? We have committed to paying significant dividends. We will continue to do that. 75% of net profit is going to be dividended out. That has enabled us to pay a lot of dividends to shareholders, but at the same time we have also paid back a lot of debt. And that's what I said earlier. We don't only have a very low leverage with 17%, we also have 24 vessels in our fleet of 60 vessels unencumbered. So we have a high flexibility in the balance sheet that enables us, if we think the timing is right, to get additional investment capacity in and potentially do some further acquisitions. I think at the moment the market is probably a bit premature. We have rather sold a few assets recently, but going forward we definitely want to deploy capital also for investments and growth. But we are in a position to do actually both dividends and growth.
Yeah, and concerning the recently acquisition of eco-design vessels and the disposal of older ship, that reflects on your commitment to sustainability, I guess. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. We see a clear trend, new regulation, new demands from our customers, from their customers, eventually from the end user, from the consumer, for greener transportation. And we are committed to also go along that path. We believe it's not only financially a viable way, but it's also the right thing to do. That's why we are very transparent also with our ESG reporting. On the eco vessels, we believe that a fleet renewal has to take place step by step. The transition into a more green future is a transition. That means it will take time. So we think you need to step by step renew the fleet. So we have bought 7 ships this year, average age 7 years. We have sold 13 ships, average age 18 years. So that gives you an idea of the constant transition, and we take it step by step. And we already see that eco vessels get premiums, so they are financially viable. And of course, there's a significant reduction of 30% plus in also greenhouse gas emissions. So it's actually with one stone you hit 2 birds. It's actually a very good path in our view.
So if you some concluding perspectives in the end, as we look towards the end of 2023 and beyond, could you share your concluding thoughts on MPC Container Ships journey through the year, and are there some key lessons learned this year, and what are your visions for the company's future trajectory in this evolving shipping industry landscape?
Well, 2023 was a very unique situation. We came out of the historically best market ever in container shipping, 21 and 22. So this year it was about being disciplined. It was about doing some adjustment measures to the portfolio, but not rushing into either selling off too much or buying too much. So kind of, as I said, step by step renewing the fleet. At the same time, make sure the debt levels are under control. Don't over lever. On the back of the good charters, we could have done more leverage, higher leverage, but we intentionally said we don't want to do it. We rather want to wait, and we want to moderately have a moderate leverage only, in order to be prepared for next year. And I think this is 2 of the key lessons, that you should, just because the market changes, you should do it step by step and not rush one way or the other. We think for next year, it's going to be a bit of more choppy waters in the container market. Asset prices might come down, which could potentially be again the market where one can buy more vessels. And that's kind of a potential for next year. Maybe not next year, maybe then the year thereafter, but the next 2 years I think we will see great opportunities. And to go into that period with low leverage and still a strong commitment to dividends is, in my view, the right thing to go about. Yeah,
you are in good position. Yeah, I guess. Thank you, Constantin, for your time and providing insight into the operation of MPC. And we'll keep in touch.
Thank you, Roger. Take care.